Hello, my wonderful art students. Today we are going to be drawing a rainbow Lego tower. You'll notice on your AMI packet that there is not an art prompt for Thursday, so this is one that I came up with myself for you. So when we're drawing Legos, we're going to start off with the shape of our stack, which is going to be a rectangle. We're going to draw the two long sides first, and they need to be parallel, which means they run beside each other and they never touch. The second step will be to draw the top and the bottom lines for your rectangle. These two lines will also need to be parallel. Make sure as you're drawing that you are drawing lightly, so if you need to erase, you can do that easily. Our next step is to draw our 3 diagonal lines that we're going to need for the corners of our block stack. So they need to be the same length and at the same angle. They should be parallel to each other as well. And once you've got them drawn, you're going to connect each of them together. So make sure the line that you draw for the side is parallel to the front rectangle that we drew. And I had extra whenever I was drawing, so I just erased my extra part of my line. And then the top one will need to connect to the other side, and so you'll make sure that that top back one is parallel to the front one as well. Now the pegs are a little tricky. We're going to start off by drawing the ovals that we need for the tops of our pegs. They're the little parts that stick up that help the Legos to connect together. So we're going to start off with ovals. Our pegs are cylinder shaped. As you draw your ovals, they'll need to slant at the same angle that your sides do. And as you draw them, this is a really important part where you're drawing light, because for me, you'll see that it even took me several tries to get them lined up correctly. So if you have to erase and try again, that's fine. Just do your best. As you can see, this last one is really giving me trouble, so that's why I've drawn it over and over again. I usually just take what I can with you guys so I don't spend a lot of time fixing it, but since this is a shorter video, I'm taking the time to try and make it look right. Our next step is to make the next surface of our cylinder, which is the part that wraps around it. So we're going to start by drawing 2 lines down from each of the bends of our ovals that we drew. Try to make sure these lines are the same length. Once you've got them finished, you'll go in and you'll connect them with the curved line. I always tell my students that you're connecting with the smile. As you can see, that front one that I was having trouble with is a little bit shorter than the rest of them, but I'm just going to leave it because in general the pegs look good. And I have a line that cuts through the top part of my pegs that I'll erase before I color. Before adding our color, let's make sure that we know our colors of the rainbow in the right order. There are 6 colors that we are going to focus on today, and that is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. And remember, violet is another word for purple. So since we know we need 6 blocks because we have 6 different colors, we're going to start by splitting our front rectangle into 6 little rectangles. As you split them, try to keep them even. The lines on our front-facing plane, which is our rectangle, are going to be parallel with the top and bottom. The lines on the side plane are going to be parallel with the 2 that are going back from the front one. So they should be at the same angle when they slant each time. Now that our stack is drawn, let's go ahead and add our colors. As I add my colors, I'm going to start by outlining the edges of my blocks first, so that way I can stay in the lines. Remember, you want to go in rainbow order, so I started at the bottom with red, and I'm just going to continue on in rainbow order towards the top. I get to my top block, I'm not only going to outline the rectangles and top part of my surface, but I'm also going to outline the edges of my cylinders. This will help to make sure they still stand out even though I've colored my block. Thank you for drawing with me today. I wish you well, my wonderful art students.